Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and this is the Cypher Circus. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a really easy dump and go crock pot recipe. It is salsa chicken shredded tacos. They are delicious and again super easy to make, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll be sharing the full recipe as well as all of my measurements in the description box below, but you'll start off by getting 1 cup of salsa. You can use any salsa that you prefer. I like the Trader Joe's brand. It's a bit spicy, but my son will still eat it, so that's what we're using here. Then you're going to go ahead and add in some diced tomatoes. You do want to drain those before you dump the tomatoes into your bowl. Next, we'll be adding in some Chipotle hot sauce. If you've watched any of my other What's for Dinner videos, you've probably noticed a theme here. I add this into practically every recipe because I love it so much. Then after that, you're going to add in some Chipotle seasoning. What we're doing here is making our own taco seasoning for this recipe. If you'd prefer, you can just use a packet of pre-made taco seasoning as well. It's totally up to you. Don't forget to add in your salt and pepper. I didn't want to forget. I was making this dish super early in the morning, so I went ahead and quickly added it in before I did the rest of my spices. Alright, so now we are going to pour the salsa into the bowl and then we are going to add in the diced tomatoes that we had just opened up and drained. We'll mix those together. I do want to note that this truly is a dump and go crock pot recipe. Because I had to leave for work, I was choosing to make this early in the morning and I just put everything into, you'll see later on, I put it all into a Ziploc bag and put it in the fridge. That way my husband could add this into the crock pot when they were ready. But again, if you're going to be home especially, you can just put everything into the crock pot. And now we're getting the rest of our spices measured out. So first I'm starting with some chili powder. I do use the hot chili powder from Penzeys. And if you're not local to Colorado, just so you know, you can order Penzeys spices online if you'd like to. They are delicious. And here is my measuring fail for the day. Wanted to leave that in there for all of you. Oh boy. Now we are going to add in some oregano. Again, this is from Penzeys. It's just such a good smell. It makes everything smell like the holidays in my opinion, so I love any recipe that has it in there. Next up is cumin. I know my camera did not want to focus this day, but that is cumin, and then we will also be doing coriander as well as cayenne pepper. And let me know down in the comments below, are you someone who measures out all of your spices or do you just eyeball everything? I'm curious. Next up is the garlic powder. This stuff, again, is delicious. I think my son was a little disappointed that we weren't adding in fresh garlic because he said he really wanted to chop some with me, but this garlic powder still gives everything a really nice flavor. Okay, so now we're going to be adding in our spices to our salsa and tomato mixture. There I've got my crock pot on standby as well as my Ziploc bag that I'm going to throw everything into here. But right away we're just going to get this mixed up. I loved how just by measuring out those few spices, the house already started to smell like tacos. Now we need to chop up half of an onion. And here is where everything is going to go into my Ziploc bag and again get popped into the fridge until my husband wakes up and is ready to add this into the crock pot. He ended up cooking everything on high for 1 hour and then switched over to low for 5 more hours. Lastly, I am adding my chicken into the Ziploc bag, but remember, you could just be tossing everything into the crock pot, especially if you were going to be home or if you had planned out the timing so that you didn't have to marinate everything. But I'm getting the chicken added into the bag here and just being super careful not to get chicken juice all over my counter. You might laugh, but I quadruple checked that I had properly closed this bag before I shook everything up, because one of my worst kitchen nightmares would be not sealing this bag all the way and then have it be 6:30 in the morning with me just throwing chicken juice and salsa all the way across my kitchen. So here I am making sure that it is nicely, tightly sealed, and then I'm going to go ahead and shake everything together. I am now home from work. This has been in the crock pot for 6 hours, and I'm going to go ahead and get everything shredded so that we can build our tacos. If you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you hit that subscribe button, stick around. I do cooking videos, cleaning videos, as well as grocery hauls here on this channel. We chose to take all the liquid out of the crock pot, strain the fat, and separate everything, but again, that's optional. My husband prefers it to be done this way, but if you don't want to do this step, you certainly don't have to. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you try this recipe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching.
About to leave.